It only took them a week, but YouTube finally made a decision or took some sort of action, whatever the heck you want to call this, in the Sniperwolf doxing Jacksfilms debacle. I did a video on this when it came out a week ago. It took them a week in order to do anything, which is so wild to think about. But no, YouTube finally, you know what, they looked at their terms of service and realized that, yes, our biggest independent female creator did something against the terms of service. And you know what we're going to do? Because we're a fair and honest company, we're going to go ahead and apply our rules equally by giving her a full and total demonetization. Oh, wow, that seems fair. Yeah, temporarily. Sorry, what? Temporarily. Oh, were those punishments also afforded to other creators that have done far less egregious and illegal things, like Steven Crowder, Fresh and Fit, many of other channels that just simply report on the news that get zapped into the ether? No. This is about the first time. I might be mistaken. I might be overlooking other situations, but given the fact that this got picked up by Time fucking magazine, you know exactly what time this is. It was going to be a big deal because what? She has what? 30, at least 34, 35 million followers. Like, you know, she's popping like that. Every single video gets over 1 million views, and who's Jacksfilms? Well, in YouTube's eyes, they're both equally disposable. That's why they were trying to think that, oh god, can't this shit just completely and totally blow over? But they were really hoping so, until some dumbass intern over at YouTube decided to drop a very spicy joke, and shit's absolutely hilarious. But bruh, when you decide to just, you know, roll up and go, would it be too meta to do a reaction video of a reaction video after everybody was talking about this shit? And this posted a couple of days ago, and when I seen something like this, I responded to a couple of people retweeting this, and then just going, yeah, there's not going to be any punishment. They aren't even taking this shit seriously, so why should anybody else take what was an obvious doxing seriously? Like, she did this off platform, okay? And I got a lot of things to say about the fact that you're punishing people off platform. It's in your terms of service. It took you a week to come around to this, but she does something egregious like this, finally gets punished, and we got confirmation on that. But here's the initial post. Sniperwolf just doxed me on her IG, creepy, gross, violating. What you do is disgusting. You steal content and stalk YouTubers. YouTube demonetizes dangerous creator, or just get her off the platform. She posted an IG story right outside my home and then deleted it. Actually, a couple of different things. Should I go, yeah, right outside? And obviously she would have had geoloc, she would have had it tagged in some form or fashion, so people would have been able to see the other story, because apparently there was 2 stories that were posted over on Instagram, just, you know, a temporary post for people who don't know Instagram like that. And it took them until earlier today in order to finally come to a solution, confirming Sniperwolf has received a temporary monetization suspension. I've never seen that before. She legitimately, okay, weaponizes her base, okay? She has 34 million followers. Every single video gets over 1 million views, so she at least has an active portion of her base. She has 5.6 the last time that we looked on her Instagram followers over there that would have directly seen this post if they were watching her Instagram like that. That is mobilizing a base, and we kind of know the type of people that like to hang around attractive women's Instagram all the time. Yeah, are they liable to go and do something absolutely absurd to get the attention of their queen that has been affected by this evil, awful individual Jacksfilms? Of course, man. That is directly, even though she didn't say go in there, and she's not Maxine Waters or Nancy Pelosi, God forbid. No, she's not in there saying you need to go in there and confront him. No. What she's doing is just a passive display of, I know where you're at right now. I got a very active user base. You better calm your shit when you're fucking talking about me, saying that I'm stealing content. No. I know where you fucking live, so if you want me to steal your life, we can go ahead and get things personal. But otherwise, you know, let your foot off the gas here for a second, and you know, we'll just keep this between partners. That's what she was trying to do. But it eventually came around that YouTube, we're gonna take action. We take our punishments seriously over here. And yeah, 2 YouTubers fought over doxing accusations. Yo, man, Time, you guys are some absolutely absurd motherfuckers. One person came forward and said, I was doxed, and the other one's like, I'm not going to address this. I'm just going to continue to put out my dog water content and just continue to describe TikToks that I steal for a bunch of thirsty dudes who can one-hand type in the comment section. So it's not really fighting over doxing accusation. YouTube is being criticized for not intervening earlier. Yeah, it took him a week. A fucking week! to come forward and finally do something appropriate. YouTube announced on X, yes, do they still have to put formally, we're like months removed from it being renamed, but whatever, that it would demonetize a creator after she posted a photo of a fellow YouTuber's house on her Instagram story. Sniperwolf, Lia Shelesh, two-time felon, is a YouTuber with over 34 million subscribers and 5.6 million Instagram followers for very ample reasons. Who is best known for making reaction videos on TikTok? Well, she was a gamer, and then she had her boyfriend play the video gaming portion of her videos, and she would just go, whoa, that was crazy. Did you see that grenade throw? Pew, 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 pew. And now all of a sudden, well, she doesn't even make content anymore. She just goes, wow, did you see that guy dunk a basketball? That was crazy. If you don't believe me, you can watch again in 4 minutes when I gotta loop this footage so that I can get to the 8-minute rule so I can end up getting, you know, the mid-roll ad. It fucking sucks. But okay, go ahead and call it that. And Jacksfilms, Jack Douglas, I thought his name was John or something. Well, I guess, okay, Jack's a nickname, whatever. Fellow YouTuber with over 4 million subscribers. And yes, he's been around longer. That also shows you how, you know, biased the internet is. Somebody can just be moderately attractive. That's not even a fair representation of, I forgot her name, Sniperwolf. She does fuck all online, 34 million followers. Jacksfilms, who has been toiling away and, you know, changed up his content, 5 million followers, far more creative. But I understand, man. I'm not complaining. I'm just critiquing. That's the fucking way of the world. I know if there was chicks that was talking like her, that are talking like I am, with talking about the same type of topics that I do on a daily basis, yeah, they'd be to the moon. But I'm totally fine being who I am, talking about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Back to the story. The two have been embroiled in a quarrel online. Ooh, you know, it's Time Magazine when they want to say, you know, this dude got doxed by this trifling ass bitch, and they're in a quarrel, an online quarrel, after the incident occurred last Friday. Douglas had repeatedly called for YouTube to take action after Shelesh's post, but the company was slow to respond until now. The two YouTubers have been at odds for some time now, and they both have been creating content on the platform for over a decade. But more recently, Sniperwolf began posting videos where she'd react to TikToks. React is a strong word. Douglas has criticized her content for months, saying that the videos do not properly credit the creators. Yeah, no, she just plays them off to the side and goes, that's crazy. All right, next one, that's even crazier. And then the next one, okay, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Saying that the videos do not properly credit the creators, and she is reacting to and claims her content is unoriginal, which Shelesh, that's awfully close, and I don't even know all of the lore, okay, for 40k, but there's apparently like a, you know, a big lust god that's has a really close name to that, so I think it's apropos for this situation. On October 13th, I'll just call her Lia. That's way better. Posted a photo on her Instagram story with a text that read, yes, we already seen the offending post to begin with. He lives 5 minutes away from my shoot. Yeah, should I go visit him 5 minutes away from my shoot? Let's talk like adults, okay? Douglas posted a screenshot of Instagram story of X where he accused Lia of doxing him, slang term for revealing where someone lives, or, you know, putting on blast in public private information, okay? Which she denied. Well, do we have to go back? Do we have to? I live 5 minutes away from my shoot, which, I don't know, you're shooting OnlyFans content. Time to reach out to YouTube, Douglas and Shelesh for comment, but did not receive a response because they're probably like, no, can we just fucking move on? I have no idea how to dox. Yes, she wrote on Instagram, what a fucking idiot. Well, you did it. I don't even know how to do it. Still doesn't take away from the fact that you did it, okay? Just because you don't know how to commit a murder and you run somebody over because you're drunk, or let's say, I don't know how to commit an armed robbery, and then you get picked up by the cops. Well, I can't be guilty of an armed robbery. I don't even know how to do it. Well, you did it. Sucks to suck. On October 14th, YouTube responded to an X post, or to a post on X, that it was tagged in and asked what's your policy on YouTube's dox. A YouTuber doxes another YouTuber. Now, the company shared a link to its policy, clearly stating that, yeah, we would take action. We do not allow harmful behaviors like threats and doxing. Community note was added to the post, providing context, pointing out that the platform had not taken action against Sniperwolf. Douglas uploaded a video to YouTube the same day explaining the situation. Remember, that was, October 14th. They kind of let it cook for a second, and then that stupid ass, a dumb ass, a motherfucker decided to just go ahead and make shit infinitely worse. My 17 years on YouTube. So yeah, he's been doing it for the guts of 20 years? Holy. I've never once had someone come to my home and vaguely threaten me. That's kind of what it was. Sniperwolf needs to be deplatformed, or at least have equal application of the rules, which this still isn't. It really isn't, guys. After not hearing from YouTube, Douglas quote tweeted YouTube's post about the harassment policy on October 17th. That's what we showed you. Best time, to remove Sniperwolf from your platform was Friday night. The best time is, or the second best time is right now. YouTube responded to Douglas's post today and wrote, confirming Sniperwolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Off-platform actions put others' personal safety at risk of harming our community, and we don't want to harm one of our biggest cash cows, so we'll just, slap her on the wrist and tell her to go on her way. I'm sure she'll put out a bunch of content while she's demonetized, because she does it for the love of the craft, and when she gets monetization back, which I've never seen outside of temporary, long since past judgment where you lose monetization on your channels, I legitimately can't think of one who got remonetized after being demonetized, like Sargon of Akkad. All of his channels, fuck, even the podcast of the Lotus Eaters, as banal as that content is, I kind of like it, but then at the same time, it's just boomer policies resuscitated by millennials and Gen Zers. It's like, okay, whatever, but as fucking tepid as that shit is, okay, they got demonetized. For what reason? Sargon's demonetized. Well, why was Sargon demonetized? For off-platform behavior. Oh, is that the tunnel that we're going to be going down? Oh, fantastic. So whatever YouTube deems to be offensive, because, okay, they had to be dragged kicking and screaming in order to do something about the Sniperwolf situation. As you can see, it took them forever to come forward, and finally Sniperwolf had to come forward, and she had her own little comment that's out there. And yeah, the first thing that's right underneath there, I'll always be sure to have my support, Lia. Hopefully this conflict could come to an end. She's never going to touch your fucking micro penis, just judging by the profile picture. I don't know. Let me start by saying I'm sorry for my recent actions. It only took you until after the temporary demonetization that ended up getting levied, which I'd imagine is probably going to be over under on if she'll be monetized by the end of the year. I'm thinking probably by the end of the month she's going to end up getting money back, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm sorry about my recent actions. It is inexcusable, but you did it anyways and thought you could get away with it. I'm sorry to Jacksfilms, YouTube's, and the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution, and my incredible fans for not being a better example. That's clunky. Jacksfilms, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I am sorry for reacting the way that I did, and I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators, because this bitch 32, how adults and professionally resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately, not for views or content. Wait, this was going to be views and content? I thought you were just going to have a conversation like adults, like you threatened. Post it on your story. But in a meaningful example of how conflict should be resolved, or solved, I guess, because resolve is too accurate and she's already made grammatical mistakes to begin with. Anyways, I'll continue. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate respectfully. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it, respect the decision, and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment. Okay, cool. Now that we've set the precedent that YouTube can go ahead and temporarily suspend monetization, I would love to see that. I would love to see that applied, but no. That's going to be reserved for their best girls that are out there. These light punishments for their bottom of the barrel content, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. YouTube is them tube. They want so badly, because you see it every single time. Even under this video right now, if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to have a recommendation from a much larger channel or from a mainstream media outlet covering this stuff, or at least opining on it as poorly as Time did. They don't give a fuck. They don't really care about us, smaller creators. They don't give a fuck about people watching the videos. They just care that eyeballs are on content. Safe content, Sniperwolf type reaction content, because it doesn't teach you anything. It doesn't offend you in any way. It is just simply there to consume. It is churn marketing at its best. So they might keep those people around when eventually they start to make the full pivot towards mainstream content because they're so happy, okay? I don't even watch any of that shit, but my feed is completely filled. Even on this account right here. I've got my own personal account that I watch stuff on, off, or rather to, you know, keep business and personal separated. And even still, on the front page of YouTube, I'll see if I got the front page of YouTube pulled up. Yeah, I do actually, okay? You're gonna see a whole bunch of mainstream shit. Oh yeah, see, there you go. Then you got, you know, stupid ass Moist Critical's fucking banal and boring ass voice that's out there. But it's all mainstream shit, man, okay? And I have an empty ass fucking history. The only thing that I don't see that I normally see up at the top is late night TV host clips, which nobody fucking watches. Nobody watches the goddamn show, so why the fuck would anybody watch fucking clips? Those guys are intensely unfunny, and they each have a horde of writers. You think that they would eventually stumble onto a fucking joke, but the only joke right now is being played on YouTube creators because they don't care about you. Once you get to a certain level, they might pay you lip service. If Sniperwolf did this to somebody who didn't have 5 million followers, do you think that she'd even get this light of a slap on the wrist? Yeah, I don't fucking think so. This is between people with high profiles. This is just being used as a gateway in order to punish creators for their off-platform behavior, to refresh everybody's memory, so that people that are over on, oh, let's say Rumble, talking about certain things in, on, and around 2024, they can go ahead and get rid of them off the platform. Think that's being a little bit hyperbolic? Maybe that's a little bit tinfoil hat for you. Just wait until this next type of situation ends up happening and YouTube starts equally applying our terms of service because you see what we did to Sniperwolf? It's like, yeah. Take your terms of service and shove it up your ass. Oh, my camera doesn't show, but I think you can kind of fill in the fucking blanks. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.